download the
Hey
All
Peter.
Trails app.
Hey Grace.
Hey, Connie.
Welcome to the Long Pond Greenbelt Nature Center. Have you guys ever been here?
No.
No?
Not at all.
All right. Well, you know, Southampton is known for its beaches, but there are so many hiking trails here too. We're going to take a hike today. You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Let's
go.
go.
Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming to celebrate National Trails Day. This hike is co-sponsored by Friends of the Long Pond Greenbelt and the Southampton Trails Preservation Society. Both groups are about 3 decades old. We've been helping Southampton Town preserve over 300 miles of trails now. And the Friends of the Long Pond Greenbelt has been stewarding this particular area, which is called the Long Pond Greenbelt. It's a chain of 13 coastal plain ponds that runs from Sag Harbor into Sagaponack, and it's a very unique area. We're going to have a hike over to Crooked Pond today, and we're going to see the Truman Capote stone, and I'll tell you that story when we get there. We're lucky today to have our town council person, Tommy John. Would you like to say a few things?
Sure. Thank you, Day, and we certainly appreciate everyone being here today. The Friends of the Long Pond Greenbelt do an excellent job at stewarding this area. Like Day said, it's a unique area in Long Island, goes between Sag Harbor and Bridgehampton, and through the work of the town of Southampton, Suffolk County, as well as the Nature Conservancy, we have protected pieces in this area, and it will remain forever wild. So thank you.
It's approximately 1,100 acres, including the ponds, which is about the size of Central Park. So it's big. And we also have our Southampton Town trustee, Ann Welker, who's also helped us with our Alewife project.
Hi there. Really happy to be here today. Thank you to Friends of Long Pond Greenbelt and also to Connie Conway and Channel 20. We are so lucky to have Ligony Brook as part of the Long Pond Greenbelt. Alewives are river herrings and they are protected species, and as a result of the groundwater fed ponds in the Long Pond Greenbelt, some years we have alewife runs and some years we don't. This year, unfortunately, we did not, but last couple years we have. So looking forward to better groundwater in the spring and the future years for river herons to continue their run.
Yeah. Okay, and these are our members and supporters. Do you want to just give us your name?
Oh sure, Helene. How are you?
And I'm Kathleen.
And Liz Carpin's one of our board members with
Hello.
Southampton Trails.
Yes. And my friend Kate.
And Jean Dodds is one of the board members with Friends of the Long Pond Greenbelt, actually our secretary.
Jean McDermott now.
And Dodge McDermott.
And Dayton McDermott.
In the future.
Okay. So we're going to take the hike now and head into the Greenbelt, the center of the Greenbelt. I just wanted to show that we do have a tree identification trail. It's the William B. Sickles Tree Identification Trail. Bill Sickles was for 30-odd years the ranger for Suffolk County and really helped us a lot in here whenever there were any problems. So we named this after him. He's still around. Hopefully we'll see him on the trails. But you can pick this brochure up at the Long Pond Greenbelt Nature Center right at the kiosk, and you can follow the loop trail, and the native plants are marked and you can read a little bit about them. So we'll see some of them on the way, but we're going to go in a different direction. Okay. So this trail, which is a bit wider, is because this was the old railroad spur, which ran from Sag Harbor into Bridgehampton to deliver ice. They actually farmed the ice from Round Pond, which is up in Sag Harbor, and sent it into the city and into Sag Harbor to refrigerate food. And then, of course, once that ended and then World War II came, they ripped up all the steel for the war effort. So now we have a beautiful trail. And as we go down this rise, you're going to see the pond. You can see the pond now. That's Crooked Pond through the woods. But this is what's unique about the coastal plain ponds. They rise and fall with the aquifer. So some years it's very full, and then in the years when it recedes, there's a shoreline of very rare plants that come up that you don't normally see. A lot of insect-eating plants too. It's pretty neat. So if you look out, you also see our fragrant water lily. And this is home to fish and probably perch and sunnies.
Yep.
I know Long Pond has bass, but I don't think Crooked Pond does. So now we're circling around Crooked Pond, and you'll see over, you can kind of see through the blueberries. There's a little kettle hole. And the Long Pond Greenbelt's also filled with kettle holes, and that's the home to the salamanders and other types of turtle. You know, there's many turtles everywhere. But because the kettle holes dry out, there are no fish, so the salamander eggs can survive. So you'll see them scattered around. But as the summer goes on, they'll dry out.
So Dave, tell me a little bit about how valuable these trails are in terms of people that are out here now because of the population and the pandemic explosion.
I think we've discovered that after the pandemic hit. Not only were people going out to the beaches, but they found our trails, and it's amazing the number of people that are enjoying them now. And we hope to get out the word that there's not just the Long Pond Greenbelt, there's many, many trails in Southampton. There's Elliston Park. You can go into Hampton Bays. There's a bay to ocean trail that goes all the way to Hubbard Creek. And we actually have a bay to ocean trail here, which is Sag Harbor through the Greenbelt and then through the potato fields in Sagaponack. And it's a public trail. You can walk to Peters Pond Beach. So this is a way for people to become stress-free and just enjoy nature. It took many years to preserve the trails, and I think people are finally finding them and enjoying them.
So the secret's out.
The secret's out. And if anyone would like to explore more, all the maps for Southampton Town trails are on the Southampton Town site. So you can go and you can actually print out a circular trail, and it'll tell you the mileage and how long. There's short trails, there's longer trails. And if you're a real true hiker, you can hike the Pominoke Path, which runs from Rocky Point out to Montauk Point. So that's about 125 miles. So we have it all.
So when people think of the Hamptons, they think of beaches, but this is just
Isn't it fantastic? Yeah.
a hidden secret.
It is. It is.
And respected, I imagine.
Yes. We do have a few problems. The motorized vehicles are very damaging because the turtles lay their eggs along the trail, and the compaction is very bad for them. But we're hoping that the town, county, and Nature Conservancy will get together and have a ranger to protect the Greenbelt now, because it is being used more, and it needs to be protected. So that's our next hope, is to get a park ranger here that can explain things to people and make them appreciate what we have and protect it. In the Long Pond Greenbelt, the trails are actually labeled, and there is a map that you can use. Because there's so many intersecting trails winding around, it's easier to actually put a name on them. On the other trails in Southampton, it's either a red loop or a blue loop.
Yeah.
And if you see a white painted blaze, that's the Pominoke Path. And then there's also an oval green blaze that is our Hamlet to Hamlet trail, which we have, I think, 3 now. One from Sag Harbor to Bridgehampton, Sag Harbor to, I think, Trout Pond. And we're working on one into Southampton, so you can actually walk from Hamlet to Hamlet.
Do the colors of the squares represent anything?
The regular one, the Long Pond Greenbelt's the yellow one, but our regular one is also the owl and a color. And the color is just normally the loop itself. But if you get onto a yellow, not this yellow, but the other yellow, that shows that you'll eventually end up on the Pominoke Path. So the other ones, you're on a loop, and they're different colors. How's everybody doing?
Good.
We're almost to the stone.
All right.
I'm a little bit bored.
another view of Crooked Pond. And here is the memorial stone to Truman Capote. Truman Capote had a home in Sagaponack, and when he passed away, the home was given to the Nature Conservancy. And they sold it, and that's how they preserved most of Crooked Pond. So that's why we have the stone and the bench in memory. We were very lucky. Yeah, we want to speak about our latest project, which is 12 years in the making.
This is right. This has
Yeah.
been, as Day said, 12 years or more in the making, and it's a coastline restoration and stormwater mitigation at Round Pond. And this would be funded through water quality monies. And what we're going to do is to pull the road back from the edge of Round Pond and recreate a natural border along the pond.
And the trustees.
It's been a complicated project because you might have to chime in, I might not be able to name everybody. So Middle Line Highway is half owned by Sag Harbor Village and half owned by the town of Southampton. So it involves Southampton Town Highway Department on one side, Sag Harbor Village on the other. There's a bulkhead there that's going to be removed. That's a trustee
trustees.
bulkhead. And then the land in between is owned by
The edge is DEC also.
right? So the state. So in order to put a rain garden or a buffer in, there's quite a few moving parts.
Yes.
So hence the funding, the permits, just everything has taken. But what it will do is greatly benefit that pond.
Yes.
There won't be as much runoff that's coming in. It runs downhill there, and we
There'll
know what
be a-
happens when water runs downhill. It carries with it pesticides and fertilizers and storm runoff. And with our increasingly intensive storms, that there's a lot more rain that happens at
Runs
one
right
time.
down there.
Exactly.
And there'll also be a rain garden, which will be educational too.
And it's
for
all
people.
interconnected to these ponds as
Oh,
well?
yes.
So you're
Round-
protecting everything then?
It's part of the Greenbelt area, and we will still have public access. People can kayak down there. There's going to be a walkway and a little bench there, and a parking area that will be further back. But and you could still see the pond from the road. So it's still going to have the public access, but it's just going to be protecting the environment a little bit more.
It's a great project.
Yeah.
We're really excited about it, and it's in the, let's see, help me with this. It's in the engineering and design phase
Yes.
right now. So that's being worked on at this point. So we're looking forward.
So another couple of years probably
Oh,
before
No, we're
it's...
hoping this fall, right?
Okay.
We hope.
Okay.
We hope. We're trying to be optimistic.
Yes.
12 years is too long.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the Let's Go Show.